Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X, and welcome to Arsenal versus Aston Villa match preview for tomorrow's game that kicks off at 5:30. Hope everyone is well. Right, let's get into the comments before we start talking about the game. Tamina saying Arsenal to bid for Victor Gyökeres. I hope so. I think we'll reveal next week what the plan is. That currently lots of just negotiations and chat with agents, players, teams, to see where everything is. We've had some bids rejected. We've uh, closed the door on certain targets, and just a lot's happening. And I think next week will be the important week. It has to be. We have to get people in. Even Mikel said today, we're working hard. We're working extremely hard to get someone in, and we have to, because you'll see tonight on the injured list. It doesn't take much for us to be totally screwed up front. One injury to Martinelli, one injury to Trossard, Sterling, Havertz. We've got nothing up front, absolutely nothing, and that is a big problem, which we can't play with. Look, Saka's definitely out till at least late February. Jesus is out for the season. Waneri should be back, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks. It's just we're playing with fire at the moment. We've got a game every 3 days at the moment. It takes its toll on the players, and as I've said, if we gave the youth a bit of a chance, they would be there to bolster the squad now and then. Like Ismail Kabia, if we gave him a chance, he could have been playing a bit of a part when needed. Nathan as well. I know he's been on the bench a few times, but we've not actually given him first team minutes. I think we should have, just to help us in times of need, which definitely we need now. Next week for me is important. Obviously, negotiations still happening, chat's still happening, but right now it's time to focus on the game that's tomorrow night, which is important. It's a huge game tomorrow night. It's for me, it's probably harder than North London derby, which is weird for me to say, but it technically is. Then we got Dynamo at Zagreb on Wednesday. I kind of expect a bit of a rotation for that game. It's important that we win, because obviously the better place we finish, the better our draw will be. But still, there could be a bit of rotation, because we should have enough to beat them if we make a couple of changes anyway. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Big up to Carl saying, Bobby, my man. Hope you're doing well, Carl. Big up to Temmie saying, evening, Bobby. As always, he loves the intro. At this point, I'll take Calvert-Lewin on loan. God almighty, that is desperate, isn't it? Give me Benteke, says BX Luminek. Big up to my pod brother saying, evening PB, and to all here. Big up yourselves. Yeah, big up to the 249 people, now 250 people now watching. So I hope you are all doing well. Arteta has attachophobia. It feels like that, doesn't it? Big up, mate. Hope you're well. Big up to Chris. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I need to know the jetpack you've been using to glide across the skies of London for the past few weeks. I know it's amazing, isn't it? Rocketeer. City spending 250 million surely means they beat the Chargers, right? That means absolutely nothing. No one knows what the outcome of the independent panel is. Not until late March time. No one knows. Currently there is nothing stopping them from doing what they want right now. So, yeah. Big up to the Assemble saying, evening, everyone. Evening to you. I heard Tomiyasu, White and Callum Maldini were all in training today. True. Yes, they're all back on grass, at least. Doesn't mean they'll have much to do with this game, though. because White and Tomiyasu, now you'll see on the injury list, they're still out till late January, and they are, because their fitness is so low that they won't be playing a part. Not anytime soon, anyway. Because we made 2 signings in 2 days. Centre back Charlie MacArthur on loan from Newcastle. Ooh, Joe Hoggle joined from Man United on loan. Oh, I like that. I like the Joe Hoggle one. I have to be honest. That's quite an exciting one. I hope he does well. I've heard some good things about him. So you're just doing business as normal before the verdict. That's what they're doing. Don't mean, yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people losing their heads over it, especially with the Haaland deal as well. But yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad. Let's be honest. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Right, so we've played Aston Villa 59 times since the start of the Premier League. We've drawn 14 times. 32 Arsenal wins, 17 at home, 15 away. 13 Aston Villa wins, 6 at home, 7 away. Recent meetings, especially at the Emirates, lost 2-0 last time they came, beaten 2-1 before that, and then being a mixed bag going away to Villa Park as well. Form guide, obviously we know what our form is. 3 wins in 5 games. Oh no, 4 wins in 5 games. I mean, can't count tonight. 4 wins in 5 games, 1 draw. Villa have got 3 wins in 5, 1 defeat, 1 draw. Defeat to Newcastle, draw with Brighton. They beat Leicester and Everton, which technically they should do anyway, but obviously they had a good win against Manchester City. Different details about both clubs. We're in 2nd, they're in 7th. We've won 12, drawn 7, lost 2. They've won 10, drawn 5, lost 6. Goals scored per game for Arsenal is 2. Goals scored per game for Aston Villa is 1.5. Goal conversion for Arsenal is 14%. Goal conversion for Aston Villa is 12%. Goals conceded per game is 0.9 for Arsenal, 1.5 for Aston Villa. Chances created per game is 3.4 for Arsenal, 3.1 for Aston Villa. Clean sheets, 7 for Arsenal, 3 for Aston Villa. So it's fairly close. I wouldn't say it's super close, but it's fairly close within those stats. Home games played for Arsenal, 10 played, 7 wins, 3 draws, no defeats, 20 goals scored per game, and 20 goals per game. 20 goals scored in those games. 7 conceded. I wish there was 20 goals scored per game. 7 goals conceded in the 10. Aston Villa at home played 11, won 6, drawn 4, lost 1. Goals scored 19, goals conceded 13. For the away, Arsenal played 11, won 5, drawn 4, lost 2, goals scored 21, goals conceded 12. For away, obviously this is important for what's happening tomorrow. Aston Villa have played 10, won 4, drawn 1, lost 5, goals scored 12, and goals conceded 19. Average possession 55% for Arsenal, 50.5% per session for Aston Villa. XG, this is over the season, 36.4 for Arsenal, 32.8 for Aston Villa. Shots on target per game, 5 for Arsenal, 4.2 for Aston Villa. Accuracy in passes per game, 414.3, 86% accuracy per game. 378.9 for Aston Villa, 86% accuracy for Villa. Accuracy in long balls, 18.2 for Arsenal, 18.1 for Aston Villa, so fairly similar. Accuracy in crosses, 5 for Arsenal, 3.7 for Aston Villa. XG conceded, 18.8 over the season, 26 for Aston Villa. Fouls per match, literally the same, 11.6. Now look at this. Who knew? But anyway, goals, 41 for Arsenal, 31 for Aston Villa. Open play for Arsenal is 27 compared to Aston Villa's 20. But look at that. I thought we were the only team that had a lot of set-piece goals. Clearly not. 10 for Arsenal, 8 for Aston Villa. 0 free kicks for each team, 2 penalties each for each team. and 2 own goals for Arsenal and 1 own goal for Aston Villa. But yeah, before we go into the next lot, I'll be doing Carlisle versus Bradford watch along 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. Hopefully, I say hopefully, not when it's Carlisle. A lot of our signings will be starting. Yeah, big up to you, mate. I hope you have a good result. Please do subscribe to Chris for all darts. F1 content, which I'm guessing he'll start fairly soon, and football content as well. So big up to Chris, he is a legend. Bradford not won at Carlisle in decades. Let's hope that doesn't change. This game has all the makers of a disaster. We need divine help at this point, says Temi. Ghostverts needs to be benched for his own good. Both of my teams playing tomorrow. Good times. I heard the Nippon guy is basically a young Xhaka. He is very good. Going to cost about 10 million quid. We're not the only team interested in. That's the problem. We need to make sure that we can show them the path of first team action fairly soon. You know, he's not exactly young, so he won't be wanting to wait around too long to get his chance. Huggle not had best of spells at Burton and Wigan, but that's League One. He's still on United books for a reason. He may thrive, be number 1 striker for us. Yeah, See, with Joe, I know that there's talent there. I just don't think I think Burton and Wigan, just probably just haven't suited him. Hopefully, he bangs at you guys because I know he's talented. And as you said, he's on United books and he's only there for a reason. MacArthur was captain for Newcastle under 21s this season. Can see him and Dummett linking up well. Yes, how can I? Big up to the 344 people currently watching. Thank you ever so much. Let's move on to the injury list. It's not very good for Arsenal, but I will go into Aston Villa's first. Torres is out, McGinn's out, Barkley's out. Carlos is a doubt, but a heavy doubt. Because I also have heard that he's actually moving as well. So there's a good chance he won't be in an Aston Villa shirt by February. Well, move on to Arsenal now. White is still out till late January, but it's getting closer, so he may turn into more of a doubt. He was a doubt last time, but there was a little bit of a knockback, which have now put him back to late Jan again. So yeah, he's out at the moment. Calafiori is out till late Jan as well, but again, he's on the grass, so hopefully we should be fine. Waneri is early Fab. Saka is out till late Feb. Jesus is out till next season. For some reason, I put Calafiori again as a doubt, but that's meant to be Tomiyasu. And Saliba is also a doubt, so let's move that. Jeez. Oh, jeez. You tell when I'm having a bad day. Right, let's move on to my 5 to watch for Aston Villa, though. Okay, so a little bit of a mixed bag, to be fair. Mainly midfielders. Yuri Tillemans. What's more to say? We all know about him now. We've watched him long enough in the Premier League, so we all know how talented he is. Jacob Ramsey. It's a strange one on Ned Bremery because I don't think he really trusts him that much, but there is a lot of talent in him. Obviously, I watch a lot of under 21, so I get to see Jacob more there. But I like the lad. I think it's a weird one with Vinay because I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't feel like he trusts him that much. I think he might have a bit of an attitude. I'm not sure about that, but there's something quite not right about him. But I like him personally. I think Jacob's very good. Morgan Rogers, incredible, incredible player. He caused us a few problems previously, and I expect him to do it again tomorrow. He's so good. Again, another one I would quite happily go and pinch if I could. Duran, again, another one. Now, this is a player that Arsenal are interested in. I hope we can do something with this because he's clearly not trusted and probably not wanted by Emery. I don't know what the situation is with him. I know he's got a bit of a bite on him. But, you know, it's hard to not say how good he is because he is. And yes, he has bad games sometimes, but who doesn't? But yeah, Duran is someone I like personally, and obviously, how can I not talk about Ollie Watkins when he seems to play against us? He seems to have a classic game, so I'm obviously going to talk about Ollie because he is a very good player. White being back will be massive. Can play at Timber at left back, make it more solid at full back area, says Chris. Tillemans was available on a free. Madness how elite clubs didn't go after him. I know exactly. Rogers is a baller. Totally agree. I'll take Duran in heartbeat over Nunes. Yeah. I think you are trying to get rid of Nunes in the best possible way you can, but it's tricky with one price tag. And it's very hard to say, oh, he's so good, because everyone's seen him. it's hard to hide how bad Nunes can be. And I know, I think Cole was saying it when you first signed him. He is the Andy Carroll, and to be fair, it's becoming very much like an Andy Carroll situation with Nunes, not just how he looks, but how he plays and just how bad he can be. He can be awful. Very, very occasionally is he quite good. And I'm just saying quite good. I'm not saying he's brilliant. But yeah, it's an interesting one, and we'll have to wait and see if anyone is mad enough to sign him, if I'm honest. Andy Carroll would pay us, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But yeah, that wasn't just Andy Carroll's only problem, unfortunately, with him. But yeah, let's look at the... No, you're right. He was. Andy Carroll very good finisher. He was just had a lot of other problems, dude. Let's be honest. Right, so these are the battles. Thomas Partey against Onana, the two bouncers. Very similar stats. For anyone that keeps doubting that we shouldn't have got Onana, we should have got Onana last summer. He would have been the perfect player to have around Thomas Partey, because it does look like Thomas Partey will leave, very much like Jorginho will. And I personally would have had Onana, but what do I know? But look, the stats say everything about it. It's literally similar to Thomas Partey. So yeah, but what do I know? David Raya against Martinez in goal. Obviously, last line of defence. Martinez is Martinez. You know, he's got a stinky attitude. Let's be honest. I'm sure he's going to be winding up the Arsenal fans tomorrow. I'm sure the Arsenal fans will try and wind him up. But yeah, Martinez is Martinez. The icing on the top, it's still Kai Havertz, who's our top goal scorer, against Ollie Watkins, who's just only got 2 more, in all fairness, which is why, Kai's, he's not having the great time. But he's still got us goals. He's still got us important goals, and he's still our top goal scorer. So you have to kind of bear that in mind. His goal conversion is 17%, which is exactly the same as Ollie's. And people want Ollie. So let it make sense. So we'll move on to assists. So it's Declan Rice. Odegaard is now level with him. So there's a chance that Odegaard may be on this soon before Saka comes back. And Tillemans is joint with quite a few, to be fair. And I just picked Tillemans because I like Tillemans. I'll be honest. It's my choice to do it. Let's have a look. Oh, crikey. I've just seen that Temmie's done my 5 to watch. This is going to be horrendous, isn't it? My Arsenal 5 to watch is Almunia. God. Carl Jenkinson, Mikel, Denilson, and Lord Bentner. God, no. God, no. Emery wasn't a fan of Aaron Ramsey. He wasn't. No, I wonder if it's something to do with the name. Maybe he doesn't like Ramsey's. Maybe he's got a problem with Neighbours. Maybe that's what it is. Neighbours has upset him at some point. If you know, you know. Despite leaving football reasons, personal reasons we can't talk about. Well, I could definitely talk about the football reasons. Definitely going to happen. It's for me. I don't see us agreeing a new deal with him at the moment. Now, that could be for the off-field situation, obviously. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's combined reasons at the moment. But yeah, I don't see Thomas Partey being anywhere near the club next season, if I'm honest. We would have beaten Chelsea in Baku if Ramsey had played. Can't disagree, to be fair, Tammy. Big up to Geordie. Away the lads. Big up to Geordie. Hope you're doing well, mate. Big up to Arsenal above all. Hi, Bobby, and all in the chat. Thank you for coming in, mate. Gordon Ramsay made me upset Emery. That's easily done. Just look at his prices for burgers. It's ridiculous. But pick up to the 400 people currently watching. Really do appreciate it. Let's move on to chosen squads. And we've got some right stinkers. Okay, we're going to start with the first squad. So this is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz. Absolutely no problem with this at all. So bear in mind the situation. I think the maximum score I can probably give us is an 8, if I'm honest. So that's going to get an 8. Next team, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz. It's going to get a 7. I don't know why Marino's in there. I don't know why anyone's going for Marino right now. I don't see what people are saying. I'm wondering whether or not I need to go to Specsavers to get my eyes checked. I meant to, by the way. In all seriousness, I need to get my eyes tested. But I'm not seeing it. I don't understand it. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to. No. I just don't want to see him. I'll be honest. I would not be disappointed if we sold him in the summer after one season. I really wouldn't. Okay, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz on the right, Martinelli down the left, Trossard down the middle. I like this one because I do feel that we're going to Havertz's best position. He is creative. He can take on a fullback. We don't need to necessarily rely on him to score the goal, where Trossard, who has got a beautiful strike on him, by the way, can. I actually do want to have a look. So just bear with me for a second because I just want to have a look at Trossard's goal conversion because obviously I don't normally have to look at it because obviously Havertz top goal scorer. But I am interested what his goal conversion is. Why have I not got his goal conversion on here? Or is it the wrong one? Hang on, 2 seconds. Probably have to look it up on this. 2 seconds. We'll look up Trossard's goal conversion. Because I'm wondering if it's any better than... Oh, it's not, you know. Oh, how weird's that? The goal conversion for Trossard is 13%. That's weird, that, isn't it? You'd think the way that Trossard hits the ball and just... But it's 13%. It's less than Havertz. That is quite weird, I have to be honest. So overall, that's an 8 team, by the way. Next one. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Sterling, Trossard, Butler, Oedeji. I have no problem with the front three, if I'm honest, because we're going for something different. We're trying something different because I think we've got to that point again. So I've got no problems with it. We've got Kay and Edwards as well. I know he's trained with the first team this week, so I have no problems with Kay and Edwards playing either. We've got to try something. Just someone to put the damn ball in the back of the net. Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, midfield. Now, they've specifically changed Odegaard from the 10 to the 8. So if Havertz is the 10, I don't have much of a problem with it. I just don't like seeing him there because he's not a midfielder. That's the problem. I'm going to give that a 7. It's not awful, but I kind of like what they're trying to do. Next team: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Kelly, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Sterling, Martinelli, Trossard. Gonna have to stick with what I've just said. So 7. For God's sake, 7. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Marino, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz, 7. Seriously, I just don't want to see Marino. Okay, I think these are the final 2, I think. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Kelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Sterling, Martinelli, Trossard. That's an 8. And the final team: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Sterling, Trossard, and Havertz. Again, an 8. Because you know what? We need to keep playing Sterling, because I do think it's going to come good at some point. Because it's just, I just don't have a major problem with it. Let's have a look. Marino is in the wrong team. Yeah, he's in the, definitely. No doubt. Team Raya, Timber, Kaliba, MLS, Royce, Zinni, Odegaard, Martinelli, Ghostverts, Trossard. You know what? That's not awful. I know I'm not a great fan of Zinni, but Zinni's in midfield there, so I've got no major problem with it. So that's, you know what? I'm going to give that an 8. So yeah. Rumours saying Saliba is out. He is a doubt. He is on the injury list. It's mainly a tightness at the moment. So he hasn't been seen in training because we're resting him. But we've done this before. We just don't put him through training. It's fine. He's literally played on Wednesday, so he's not going to get like anything dodgy happening to him. So I'm not that concerned that he's not been seen in training. We've done this loads of times before. So yeah, I'm not concerned. But if he's out, he's out. And then we have to play Kivior. And I think Kivior will be fine, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm not too concerned. But I guess what you're saying about Roger, to be honest, even if Saliba was playing, it's going to be a problem. Rodgers is a very good player, and he plays in that pocket, which is a problem, especially if Partey's not having a good day, which, you know, he's definitely bothered with what's going on personally. So, and you would be. So yeah, it's going to be a scary one, if I'm honest. Brain's gone with a team of Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis, Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Sterling, Trossard, and Havertz. That is an 8. Calafiori is too inconsistent and injury prone, can't get a run of games. Yep. Carl's loving that team. Please ban the people who put Havertz in midfield against Villa. Have they forgotten last season? Probably not. Team up peak is same team versus Tottenham. Get Saliba on the massage gun. There is lots being done at the moment. People slate Havertz, but he's your top goal scorer. I know, make it make sense. Make it make sense. He's the one person that's actually scored the most goals. So make it make sense, people. It doesn't make sense to me personally. Look, he's not a striker. We all know this. But Arteta is determined to get him playing because he is on like £280,000 a week. So we've got to get him playing. You can't have a £280,000 per person on your bench who is your highest paid player. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's got to work. I personally would put him on the right wing. That would work. You know, Saka is out, so just put Havertz there. So yeah, it's like me slating. So exactly, it's mad, isn't it? If Havertz could be our top goal scorer, then imagine what an actual exactly. Look, let's hope that we can do something next week. We're definitely trying. There's no doubt about the trying part. But I'll be honest, I've tried to make pineapple upside down cake a few times. It's never worked out. So you can try as many times as you want. But it doesn't always work out. But I'm hopeful. Next week will be a big week for us. And let's hope that is the case. Right. It's the fun part. It's the best part of my day. It's time for the challenge. Okay, for people that don't know how to play this, you have to choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition, no unavailable players, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap him. Formation of the home team is always selected, so obviously it's Arsenal. No former players, present squad only. And now, if you're going to moan about this one, just bear in mind, next Wednesday, it's Dynamo Zagreb. So, well, I know. It's literally the first thing that came in my head. Gyökeres is a top target. He is one of the top targets. There is quite a few. There's Retigu, plays for Atalanta. Jonathan David is becoming a target due to the fact that obviously his contract runs out in the summer. The fee would be small, so you can kind of ignore certain aspects about Jonathan David that the data team isn't happy with. I personally wouldn't go down that route. So yeah, Demi would take Retigu. Okay, I'm not sure about Retigu. Yeah, I'm not sure about him, if I'm honest. Don't want Vlahovic anywhere near the club. Don't see it happening, if I'm honest, right now, Tim. Something would have to change within the negotiations of that. Obviously, there's a little bit more to what's being spoken about at the moment, because it is going to be a loan if it was going to happen, and it's more to do with the buying part, which is the problem. So yeah, getting worried about the striker situation. Is there a glimmer of hope, mate? Next week is the glimmer of hope. I expect next week to be a development. That's what I'm hoping. I've said to everyone in the group WhatsApp, if nothing happens next week, then I start to panic. But currently, I'm 100% happy and content, because I always thought it would be the third week. Obviously, we tried at the beginning of the window. Those players just weren't available. They were hard nosed and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, okay, we're going to watch how the market moves. To be fair, there's not been much movement. So I expect the third week to be the best week. And if nothing happens next week, I'm not saying about signing someone next week, but firmer interest, firmer offers going in next week. I still think they might sign the final week, but next week has to be more juice to it, if I'm honest. So yeah. Put the lineups up and I'll pick the best 11. That's just cheating, Cole. Williams or Gyökeres. See, the thing is, I don't understand. Look, I'm not going to go at you, Cole, because this is not you. This is his side, if I'm honest. Nico Williams. I don't understand why this is still being spoken about. Nico can quite easily just literally come out and go, no. But he doesn't. It's like he keeps, it's like we're the donkey and he's the carrot, and he's literally just dangling the carrot in front of the donkey's face, and the donkey's just loving it, and he's like, oh yeah, but he never gives him the carrot, like literally never. And I'm like, this is getting annoying now, because I'd rather just hear no, so we could just get on with it. So yeah, for me, yeah. I'll come on to your team in a minute, Chris. Who helps the team more? For me, Gyökeres. It's a no-brainer for me, because, and this is again, sorry, people might not like me for saying this, but we have got other wingers that we can use, like an Ismail Kabir, Nathan. We can use him. There are other youth players that we can use in the youth ranks. if we really needed to, Gyökeres changes the whole complex of it for me. It just changes the whole way that we play. I guarantee we'll score goals. And yeah, I loved him at Coventry. I absolutely loved him at Coventry. Obviously, everyone knows I watch the lower leagues as well. I watch Championship. Championship's one of my favourite leagues in the world. And I thought he was brilliant. I don't know why we didn't go for him then, but it's one of those where the fans are a little bit snobbish when it comes to, we're signing a player for the Championship to compete for the. But if they're good enough, they're good enough. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. For me, I think he wants Barca. Williams, Gyökeres is one of a kind, 100%. I think Williams gets to Barcelona. I do as well. I just feel that that's where he's going, but he never says no to anybody else. That's the problem. I don't know why he's not gaining anything by doing this. You know, if he wants Barca, then say, I just want Barca, but he doesn't say that. Obviously, a lot of people in the media say that, but his team and him doesn't say a single damn thing. And it's bloody frustrating. We are creating but not scoring chances. We need Gyökeres more than Williams. Yeah, 100%. You could build a team around Gyökeres. Totally you can. Right. Chris has put his team in. So I'm going to score yours first, my friend. Martinez, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Digne, Partey, Rice, Rogers, Trossard, Duran, and Watkins on the left wing. I should double check. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Max score has got to be. It's going to have to be a 9, I feel. I don't feel there's a 10 here. So a 9. So that's the max score you can get out of these, I think. Martinez, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Digne, Partey, Rice, Rogers. Sorry, I'm just trying to process it through my brain at the moment. Got to ignore that I don't like Martinez. So I don't want to down score you because I don't like him. That's going to get a 9. I don't feel you can do much better on that, if I'm honest. Digne is a good left back. He can defend. Timber, good right back. Fantastic centre backs. Partey, Rice, Rogers, good. Got creative stuff there. Trossard, Duran, Watkins on the left wing. Yeah, that's a 9, mate. Well done. Who plays right wing, left wing? Bloody hell. Rafinha. Got Ansu Fati that they're trying to get rid of so they can bring in Rashford. So yeah, it's a. The problem is with Barca is they're going to court to get the 2 players registered that they've got now. They're then also trying to get rid of Ansu Fati so they can try and bid for Rashford and try and get him over the line. Where's the space for Williams? I don't understand where the space is. If that's what he wants, then fair dues. But personally, just say no to us and we'll move on. There's a lot of good wingers out there. And yes, Williams is good, but there's others. You know, we can't just keep relying on this one dude. So, yeah, you need a goal scorer to help Havertz out. Totally. I would love Gyökeres, as I agree with you. He would transform us, and it would be such a shot in the arm for the fans and the players. I'm sure crazy how no one else is really going after him. I think it's because he's unsure about whether or not he wants to leave in mid-season, which I do get. No players really like leaving mid-season. It's kind of putting a middle finger up at your club, isn't it, really? But it's a lot of money. And what I do know is Sporting Lisbon aren't looking at anyone. And that's the bit that concerns me, because Sporting Lisbon would have to be looking for someone to replace Gyökeres of significant good quality, because obviously you lose Gyökeres, you lose all those goals. Where are you going to get them from? So, yeah, for me, it's so hard. I am 100% confident something next week will develop. But I'm just not I just don't understand how it's going to work. Okay. We've got Martinez, Timber, Galiba. Just making sure you've done. Yeah, you have done 5. Timber, Galiba, Digne, Rogers, Rice, Odegaard, Bailey, Duran, Martinelli. Right, that's gonna get. Okay, I'm going to score this as in the Bailey that I know and love, because it's not the Bailey that I see at Aston Villa. That's absurd. So I'm going to give that a 9, just because I do love Bailey, but he just hasn't been the Bailey that I was expecting, that came from Germany. Yamal and Rafinha, thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, Yamal, I forgot about Yamal. Williams starts over both of them. Fatty didn't do much at Brighton. Williams would start every game for us. Digne don't get mentioned a lot. Can defend good offensively too. 100%. His delivery is immense. We should get Sane. Funny enough, talk about Sane. Kingsley Coman is someone to keep an eye out at the moment. I don't know how people feel about Kingsley Coman, but there's a possibility there. Be a loan. Won't be a signing, I don't think. I think it'll be a loan. But yeah, Sane is a good option. But again, we're kind of tapping into Arteta's trusted, because obviously he knows him from City times. So I would personally want to stop doing that, getting players that only he trusts. I need him to be a little bit more flexible. So for me, Kingsley Coman. Cole saying, I love Coman too. Yeah, 100%. Watkins left wing because he can play there. He did for Exeter in League 2. 16-17 playoffs against a certain Carlisle in that 3-3 filler. Scored winner to knock us out. Thanks for not forgiving. Right, let's score these two. So big up to Lee and Jason for doing these. We'll start with Lee's. So he's gone with Martinez, Cash, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Partey, Tillemans, Rogers, Martinelli, Trossard, and Watkins up front. Yeah, that's a 9. I like Matty Cash. I know some people don't, but I personally like him. I think he's good. So that gets a 9. Jason has gone with Martinez, Timber, Digne, Saliba, Gabriel, Partey, Rice, Rogers, Bailey, Trossard, and Watkins. Again, another 9. To be fair, really good teams, I have to be honest. So well done, everybody, for taking part in that. Good luck for next Wednesday. It's going to be fun. That's what Williams doing. Just going back to Newcastle Gate. Said we love signing ex-Wigan players. Add players from Yorkshire to do that with North East. We spoke about Kimmich the other day. If Subi comes, would you still go for Kimmich if he was available? Yes. For a season. Then let him go to Saudi. And the reason I do it for a season is, one, his experience. He's a winner, which we need in the dressing room, if I'm honest. I don't expect him to play every game, but I just think Zubi and Declan learning from Kimmich. You'll have Timber as well, Benjamin, Lewis Skelly, to be fair to him as well, just learning how to be inverted. But yeah, for me, I still would sign him for just one season. Wouldn't sign him for a long, just to give him some, let him coach some of the players, because some of our players are so talented. We've got some brilliant youth. You've got Max Doman. He's 14 now. He is weirdly, he is knocking on the door for the first team, because his progress has been outstanding. So yeah, one season for Kimmich for me. Kimmich, yeah, for me he has as well. It's a Barcelona signing all day long in it. But look, if we get the chance, why the hell not? Arsenal, for God's sake, Duran, Quartet, Roto Freak, own goal ending our total hopes. See what you're doing, Tim. I see what you're doing. Would have him at Liverpool, can play right back, DM left back. Oh, yeah, definitely Phil Lahm. Lahm is someone I absolutely love. Right, get your predictions in, people. I have written some of them down already, so thank you very much. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I'll be honest. I don't know, because I realised I didn't do the prediction for the other night for the North London derby. What do? I don't know. I honestly find this one really hard because Aston Villa are a problem, but they're not like absolutely outstanding right now, and that's the weird part. They're not amazing. If that makes sense, they're not perfect. Normally, when they're perfect, that's when I worry about them. But Chris going 2-1 to Villa. I don't think we win, but I don't think we lose. I'm going to go with. I just don't see how many goals we're going to get. I'm going to go with 2-2. Yeah, I'm going to go with 2-2. I think that's doable. Yeah. Yeah, 2-2. 2-2. So Chris is going for 2-1. Temmie's obviously going to 5-0. I know what Temmie does. That's fine. But yeah, thank you ever so much for everyone for tuning in. Yeah, 478 people currently watching. So thank you very much. I salute every single one of you. Brenny just in time before. 1-0 says Arsenal above all for his prediction. My prediction is regardless on what Liverpool do tomorrow. Yeah, fair dues. Brenny going with a team. Let's have a look. Oh, Brenny. I know you're going to score it. Do you know why I'm not going to score it, Brenny? I'm going to guess you're still ill, Mel, because
I don't think so. No. I don't think so.
Pau Torres is out injured. You know the rules. You know the rules. So I'm not going to score it because Pau Torres is out. So yes, Chris already knew. Fail. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, mate. Big up to Gary who's in the house. Brain's going with a 2-1. He's done a muss. He's done. Yeah, I know. Thankfully, the also foul didn't fail the other day. Well, it didn't happen the other night, so it's all good. I'm gonna put it down to Brenny's heel at the moment because Brenny normally is perfect on these challenges, but no, Pau Torres is out injured. Guys, you'll see me again tomorrow because I will be here for the watch along. Sorry, Brent. But yeah, I'll be here for the watch along. There'll be a match reaction tomorrow as well. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone. Remember Moss Meltdown. Trust me. Yeah, that was one moment I'm glad I don't have to deal with anymore. But yeah, speak to you all later, guys. See you tomorrow.